Hey everybody, I thought I'd just come back on and make a short video about hell. Is hell a real place? And I wanted to give a testimony. When I was about 18 years old, I had a close friend of mine that passed away. And when I was young, I'm going to give y'all my testimony how I came to Christ. That's going to come eventually, but right now I want to give y'all a testimony about what my friend that passed away revealed to me. Like I said, I was 18 years old, and one of my closest friends, she was about 19. She passed away. Matter of fact, she was murdered by her boyfriend at that time. And I'm a hairstylist, in case you all didn't know. And so I did her hair for the funeral. And I was a bit scared because it was my first time ever to see someone deceased. And so for it to be your friend and having to touch, them, that was a whole nother level for me. But I got through it. But after the funeral, I had a dream about her one night. And I called my mom. I was 18 years old. And I had a dream. And in my dream, we were sitting on her couch, and she was killed in her house, in her room. But in the dream, we were sitting on her couch, and she was herself, but she was very tired, and she appeared to have a lot of burn marks on her face, like cigarette burns. And I was sitting on the couch, and we were talking. And while we were talking, she just kept telling me, and she called me by my nickname. And she kept saying, "Don't go to hell." And in my dream, her hair was styled because 2 days before she was murdered, she wanted us to go out, like to a club. And I was like, I don't feel like doing that hairstyle that you want. So she said, "Well, if you can't do that style, I don't want to go." So I said, "Well, I guess we won't go." And so I went back home. And so she stayed at home. And 2 days later, I got a call saying she was supposedly murdered. And so in my dream, her hair wasn't like I done it for her funeral. It was exactly like she liked it in the world, like the style she wanted me to do. But in this dream, she was very tired. And like I said, she had burn marks all over her face. And I was asking her, I was like, "What's wrong? Why she, look like she got burn marks?" And she kept saying, "Don't go to hell." And she was like, "I'm so tired." She said, "I'm going to go in my room and go to sleep." And so it was like we were sitting there chatting, and it's all I could remember her saying is, "Don't go to hell." And at that time, I didn't have a thought on if she was in hell, heaven, or what happens when you die. I really didn't. I always knew that it was a such thing as heaven and hell, because God always, but I never ever thought about it concerning her. And I didn't know a lot about it, just knew when you heard about hell, you think about fire. So in my dream, she went to sleep in her room. And during that time, I woke up out of the dream. And it was like maybe 3 or 4 in the morning. And at that time, I was living with my mom. And I called my mom at work, because she worked at night. And I said, "Mama," I said, "I'm having a dream about, I'm not going to say her name, but I was saying I'm having a dream." And she telling me, "Don't go to hell." And my mama said, she called me by my name. She said, "Say your prayers and go back to sleep. You'll be okay." So I was so scared. And so I said, "Now lay me down to sleep," because that's the prayers that I knew. "Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take." So that's all I knew. And so I prayed that and went back to sleep. But to my surprise, I went right back into the same dream. My friend had woke up, and we were sitting back on her couch. And so she proceeded to tell me, she said, my name again, my nickname. She said, "Don't go to hell." She said, if you go to the place, she said, you're going to be tormented. She began to say certain things that now that I'm saved and I'm a believer and I read the word, everything about her telling me what not to do, because she never said she was in hell. She was warning me not to go. And now that I know God, I'm saved and I know the word, now I understand why she had no rest, why she seemed to be tortured, why she would even tell me not to go to a place, and even to know why, her hair was not even in the same style. Because now I've learned that whatever sin and whatever had a grip on you, you will be in that same condition over and over. You never get away from that sin that you loved or like, or you'll be the same way you was in the world. And then even so, to know where the worm died not, there's no rest in hell. There's no rest. And so she was telling me the very thing that the word of God says. And then God began to deal with me about how can a person warn you about a place if they've never been? And so that thought, to think about that when it came to my spirit, how can a person tell you about something that they've never experienced? And left me to wonder, where is my friend? I never ever want to judge anything, but I'm just giving you the experience and telling you about the testimony and the dream that I have. But right now, while we're still here, it's not too late. It's not too late if you're listening to this video and you don't know Christ. Today is your day. Today is your day. It's the day of salvation. And the word of God says, the day that you hear my voice, harden not your heart. God say his spirit won't strive with mankind always. So I encourage you to turn to Jesus while you still have opportunity. Just yesterday, my daughter called me saying that one of her clients, she's a barber, and we work together. And she's a client that flies in every 2 weeks to get his haircut. She said, Mama, her friend, her client is dead. My God. Broke my heart. And all I can do is think of, where is he? That don't have to be your story. You can die knowing that to be absent in the body is to be present with the Lord. You can die knowing that when you stand before God, that he'll say, well done, thy good and faithful servant. I just want to leave you with that. And I pray that you get to know Christ and that you choose Jesus over this world. Be blessed.